Good evening.
Good evening.
I thought it was a good couple of days of work. Today we worked hard into the red zone, which is always good to see. You know, you get your red zone plays and your red zone coverages, and I thought that it was a great competition throughout the course of the last 2 days. Getting the kicking game in there, the cover team today, I thought was really good. I thought our guys performed well in that area, and we're certainly excited about that. We're excited about watching the tape, you know, and then evaluating, you know, where guys are in their technique first, and in their fundamentals, and then secondly, can they operate in the scheme? You know, my message to them this morning was really about being precise, you know, and detailed in your role. And I thought we did really nice in the one-on-ones yesterday and today, and now we need to take that same physicality, that same precision, that same detail into the team reps. And that was my message to them this morning. And I thought we did a better job of that today, but that's really what we're searching for, to play with that speed, that precision in the team reps, and we're not there yet. You know, so we certainly have a lot of work to do ahead of us. But with that, I'll open up to questions.
How much is Justin going to play Saturday?
He's not.
He's not.
He's not playing. No, he is not playing, and the selected starters that we have are not playing in the game because of the work we've done here. We decided that last night, and that's what we're going with. So we'll get a lot of great opportunity. I talked to the backups just now and last night about the opportunity they have ahead of them, getting all these reps, and it's going to be a great opportunity for those guys.
Is that it for him for the preseason, or is that just this week because of the joint practice?
Yeah, the joint practices, you know, that's not something that we'll always do. I can't say that, but it's something that we're doing this year, and that's what we thought was best for our football team at this time. And then we will discuss the third game going forward. You know, we got a bunch of good practices next week against each other, heading into that Buffalo week, and we'll decide at the latter part of that week what's going to happen.
Coach, with your history in Indianapolis, you know, coming back for this joint camp, was there added significance for you, or did you try to approach it as business as usual?
I would say significance of just seeing old friends. You know, there's a lot of people here that I love and that I really support, from players to GM to you know, really everybody. Shane and I are friends for the last couple of years, and certainly support him. And he's doing a great job of running this program, running this organization with Ballard. So great to see the players. I mean, I saw probably 25 guys that I know, so it hasn't been that far removed. So I know a lot of them, know a lot of their families. It's cool to see Darius and Shaq and his wife, and then his family today. So it was really cool to do that.
At this stage of August, what do you feel you know about your defense?
You know, you're really looking at individual techniques right now, honestly, because you don't have the gel of the continuity yet. You know, because you're missing your Mike linebacker, and that's part of football, right? So we need to get those guys back shortly, and we're hopeful of that. And we need to get the communication there with 6 and 49 and 4 and 53 and the guys that are running the defense and making sure we're squared away on down in and down out. And like I said, previous in the week, we're getting that work in walkthroughs, which is outstanding. And we get a ton of walkthroughs. So I'm excited to see where that progresses to this week coming up and in the future.
Relative to what you expected from Justin in training camp, where do you think he is now?
Yeah,
especially after a day like today was not, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's right on pace. I think he's he was 8 for 8 and had 4 touchdowns and 7 on 7. That was excellent. He has a rhythm, timing. He's getting better there. And sometimes it's a protection and breakdown. It's never just Justin. It's always everybody. It's the other 10 guys that need to operate. Are we running the routes correctly? Are we protecting them the right way, giving him time, and doing those types of things that takes to have an efficient passing game?
There was a play where Kenny Moore blitzed him and the thing got to him.
Yeah.
You didn't seem pleased with that. Do you have an issue with that, or was that?
I know Kenny, and I love Kenny, and he's a great player and a great man. So I know that he came off the edge, and we had our protection breakdown, and at the very last moment, our tackle pushed him at the very last moment. And I told Kenny after the play, I said, "You're athletic enough to move out of that way, and veer from that," and he agreed. So, we just need to do a good job of staying away from both quarterbacks and keeping them safe.
Did Justin push back at all? Did he want to play? Did he campaign to play on Saturday?
He always wants to play. I mean, he's a football player, right? He's a competitor, so he's an elite competitor. He wants to compete every single down, every single play he can. But again, we're going to do what's best for the football team.
We didn't see Eddie Jackson or Bayless Jones.
Yeah.
anything long term with either guy?
Nothing long term, either one of those guys. So they're in good shape, and we're fine with both those
Is
guys.
Bayless not going to play Saturday?
He is not going to play, and neither is Eddie.
Did you guys still here?
Yes.
Did you get a sense yesterday and say why things were so contentious, why there were so many confrontations during practice between the two teams?
A sense of why?
Yeah, was there something specific?
No,
I mean,
it's just
it seemed like it started
competition.
early yesterday.
Yeah, it's just competition. It's like, my parameters, right? I want to see anybody punching, no slapping, no grabbing face mask. Don't be, you can, talk a little bit, but let's not, go over the line with that. And, that's going to happen. You got a lot of guys here that are competing for jobs, and they're competing at their hardest and highest level they can. And a lot of them aren't going to make the football team, and they're just trying to make the team. And I certainly understand that aspect of it. But we also got to protect the players and making sure we're safe.
You had to run in on one of them.
Yeah.
You don't usually see the head coach in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay doing that. I'm backing down from confrontation. That's fine. I just think it's, need to get in there and get them back so it doesn't escalate when you're in there. And it helps that I know half the guys over there, so it's that's helpful.
So
Cody
Cody
left.
beneficial about these last two rounds? What did you find most beneficial about seeing your team in this light against?
Yeah, just the competition. It's really all about what I said in the onset of it. It's about you love the one-on-one matchups. You love that, and then you see how you operate, and you see where you need to improve. And if there's backups in starting roles right now because of injury, you see how those guys operate with the starters, going against other starters, and I think that's very beneficial. So to see where that player is relative to actually playing in an NFL game and starting in an NFL game.
Did you get to go home at any point this week?
My home's in Chicago.
I thought you still had a place here. Is that true?
Nope, I sold it 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
That's right.
Saw Cody left. You looked at with Dre, and then obviously with Lucas out as well. And, do you have an update on Cody, and how is Doug Kramer doing as he steps into that spot?
Yeah, I don't have an update on Cody yet, so we're still looking at it. I don't have the information, so I can't give anything there. And Kramer does a nice job. Kramer sets the protections, he sets the calls on the run game. Uber smart. He's quick, athletic, and he does a lot of things well.
Matt, you said a couple weeks ago, I think, or maybe last week, that you were spending your time 50-50 this year
Yep.
with the offense and the defense, as opposed to last year, it was more offense heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the effect of that? What's been good about that for you this year?
Yeah, just really the last year was forming a relationship, like I said, with Justin, learning the offense, making sure we're squared away with how the operation is there and how they do things with game plan week and all those types of things. But having a 50-50 split is really where I want to be. I want to be the head coach of the entire football team, and now that I have a better understanding of that side, now I'm able to do that. So it's going to be more of a balance, offense, defense, special teams, and be able to do it from there, and really be helpful to all three coordinators.
I think we understand well how you and Luke work together, but you and Allen, as far as strategy and scheme and everything,
Mm-hmm.
how would you explain that working relationship?
It's just growing. It's just growing as it is. Because when I was here, I was the defensive coordinator, and then he was the safeties coach. Now, head coach, coordinator. So we got different roles, and we're working into those roles, and it's been great. And we're excited where that's going. We have several meetings about menu boards, our scheme, where we're going, what direction, how we're going to pull things off of that during the season. Situational football, so all the A to Z we constantly discuss. So it's fun to get back into there, where I was, and it's fun to grow that relationship with Allen.
Now, what you've talked about with the value of these 2 nights, how do you describe the significance as a coach? What these 2 nights of film allow you to learn about your team?
Yeah, it's invaluable. Really, Shane and I were talking about the other day. It's really like playing 2 preseason games. I mean, it really is, with your guys in a safe environment. So. It's really that. I mean, you think about that. It's 2 extra preseason games, and if they let me do it again, I'd do it again next week. But I really like it. It's very valuable to the coaches and the scouts in terms of evaluation.
You talked about the success Justin had in 7-on-7s today, and for the most of camp. How much would you like to see that short passing game be more of a staple of what Justin Fields is, rather than doing things on his own like he did a lot of last season on his legs?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, efficiency. And it's not just short passing, it's deep passing. We had a nice deep pass to end that one series there, and that's what we're looking for. He's very accurate down the field. You saw that all week, and we're excited about those deep passes as well. But, yeah, basically just efficiency.
Matt,
Two more.
Matt, you mentioned the need for more attention to detail in team periods. I'm curious, when you watch the offense, what areas do you see that lack of attention to detail pop up the most?
I see it on both sides right now. I see it on both sides. I see it in the kicking game. It's all over, So
specific to the offense, when you
yeah,
in the projection,
just
the route running.
yeah, we would name it A to Z. I could name So I just think it's really everybody. When I'm looking at it, it needs to be tighter. It needs to be more efficient. It needs to have the detail needs to be there. Precision and detail matters, because then you know what to do, know how to do it, and you can play with speed, and that's how you win a down. That's how you win football games. And that's until we get that, we're not in the spot we need to be.
There's a lot of different guys getting in on offense, specifically at running back. Are you guys looking to be a more versatile offense and use a lot of different guys?
If it goes that way, we would certainly like to be able to have the option to do that. It's really right now we're just looking at guys, in front of that, one line, and see how they run and see how they operate. That was it.